asked me to do this. We'd worked together years and years ago on Felicity, and since then we've been trying to find something to do together. And he called me and said, "Come do this." And I said, "Do I play an ape?" And he said, "No, but come do it anyway." And I just think he's such a good fit for this. Big summer movies aren't necessarily. Matt has such a vulnerable sensibility and really, is interested in kind of intricate character-driven pieces, and I think that's what he laid into this movie, and I hope you guys like it.
I saw some of the footage the other day, and what really impressed me is you and Jason seem to feel that you and the apes can kind of get along, perhaps. And there were some really touching scenes with you and kind of the little baby ape. What was
They
it?
gave me a baby ape.
They did you really?
Yeah.
I could tell it was real.
Yeah.
Well,
They
what was
gave
it like
me
working
a
with the
baby
baby ape?
This is the sad truth. So I read the script and I was like, oh my god, I get to this like tiny baby ape, and that's like obviously the best scene. I'm like, and I get to hold the baby ape. We were out in these beautiful forests, out on these rivers, these idyllic places in Canada. And we're about to shoot that scene, and they're like, okay, so, and then the baby ape climbs up, and I was like, oh, this is exciting, it's gonna pull your braid and do all these things. No baby ape. Zero baby ape. Not even like one around to look at. I'm like, I don't understand. Where's the best part about doing this movie? And they're like, no, you just imagine.
It's not even a baby in a mocap suit?
Nothing. Zero. Like, oh, and now he's pulling your hair, and now he's pulling your shirt. Oh, isn't he? I was like, what? What is happening right now?
So
no
what kind
baby
of baby did you imagine?
I want a baby ape. I wanted a real furry, tickly little something, but no, it was fake. Actually, there was this really grotesque, weird, deformed doll that sometimes we use at the Weta guys from New Zealand. I was like, guys, this is worse than Imaginate. Like, this is not okay. This is gory and weird.
Coming off the Americans, where Elizabeth is very closed off, how is your character different in this movie?
I'm a little bit nicer. I definitely kill a lot less people.
It's not as much fun.
I don't do as much like ninja work, and I have a lot less eyeliner on in this movie, which was a scary thing at first. I was like, "Where's my blown out hair and my cat eyeliner? This is disturbing." So my character in this is, she was a nurse and she was helping fight the virus for the remaining humans left, and I kind of just go on this adventure. But like you were saying, I think the main thing for my character in terms of the apes is because the story picks up about 10 years later, and this virus has taken over and killed most of the human population. People really have a fear or feelings of the apes, and I think because I had such intimate involvement with the virus, I know it has nothing to do with them, or they didn't create it. So I think I'm much more open to the bridging of working it out with them.
Were you a fan of the Planet of the Apes series? Were you familiar with the franchise?
Obviously I was familiar, and culturally all the references, but I didn't really. My in was really through Matt, who was my friend, talking about being a kid and sending away for the makeup kits, and he would do the whole thing. So that's sort of my in. And then I watched Rise to see. I was interested at how Andy kind of did Caesar and how that played, and the leap it took from that it's kind of magnificent. And I just haven't done a movie on this scale, or seen a movie on this scale. We're so used to right now seeing, really cool, edgy, independent, low budget things, and this is not that. The first 15-20 minutes, it's magnificent. It's just huge and sweeping, and the colors in these forests, and it's really cool. Yeah.
In the event of an actual ape uprising, do you have any pointers for the rest of us?
All I can tell you is the series is called Planet of the Apes, not Planet of the Humans. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So be nice to them.
Last one, you guys. What's next for you?
The Americans, this cable show I'm doing, got picked up for a third season. So I want to. Thank you.
That's a good show, by the way.
Thank you very much. So I want to just spend the summer not working at all. I want to take my kids to school and pick them up, and I want to travel anywhere, anytime. So any friend who's going somewhere, I want to go, and then work again in the fall.
Where would you like to see the Americans go next season? Anything different?
My favorite is when it's concentrated on the relationship and it's really kind of a metaphor of marriage. That's my favorite way. I mean, I love the spy stuff. I love the way it raises the stakes and complicates the weird relationship. But I like the marriage stuff.
Thanks, you guys.
Thank you.
Topless robot.
Yep, that's me.